Hey everybody, Gigo is here with elite.so. Today I'm here to show you guys how to make a plugin for the Elite patch, at least the new version anyway. A couple of things, this is before we get started. Number one, you're going to need Visual Studio. You'll see I'm using Visual Studio 2010 Professional. You don't need the Professional version. You can use Visual C# Express Edition, which is the language is coded in C#. I haven't tried it with earlier or later versions of Visual Studio. The only way you can find out is if you try it, Visual Studio 8 or Visual Studio 2010. The only difference is the framework it's built on. I don't know if they're compatible between the two of them. You can also try it in VB.net if you want. I'm not sure here again. I'm not sure if it'll work. I'll probably make another video if it does. Prerequisites: Windows. It's got to be XP or above. XP, Vista, 7, 8. Visual Studio, obviously. Again, 2010 is the one I use. It's C#. And you can try other versions. Yeah. What else do you need? You need the Elite patch, of course. You need to actually be able to test it. And that's about it. So, and you need some kind of, sorry, I'm scatterbrained today. You need some kind of image editing program if you want to add an icon to it. So like Photoshop, GIMP, Earth and View, whatever you feel like. I use Photoshop. Just to let you guys know, this is the 4th time I've recorded this video because something has gone wrong each time. So I've already got an image ready. Image requirements. I'm actually going to open a folder. This is the icon I made. It's called metroicon.gif. It has to be, and I can't emphasize that enough, has to be named metroicon.gif with capital M and capital I. That's the way I read it in the program. That's the way it's got to be named, or you won't get any icon. The dimensions for the icon are 248 by 128. That's 248 width by 128 height. Literally all I did was I made that size picture in Photoshop and just pasted Google's icon on it. And as you couldn't tell, we're using Google as an example today. So I don't really need this anymore. We're going to open up Visual Studio. Again, I'm using 2010 Professional, if it'll load. Doesn't like me today. It's probably going to open like 6 of them now. Or not a single one. Right click, open. There we go. Alright. Click New Project. Make sure it's a class library. Name it the name. Name it really whatever you want, but it would be preferable if you named it the name of the site. It just kind of makes it look better in the plugins folder. So, as I said before, we're using Google, so we're just going to name it Google. Now that we're in here, I'm going to start by making the only two strings you're ever going to need in this DLL file. Public static string website, and public static string name. I hate when I do that. Okay, so website, we're going to return a string, obviously. This is going to be what's going to show up in the host file with a little bit of a twist. So we're doing google.com, so I'm just going to put a bullshit address in there, 168.1.1 space google.com. And now, generally speaking, I used to put a space and then 192.168.1.1 www.google.com. But with the new version, instead of having that space there, I split it on the equal sign. So you put an equals between the two of them, and that will become 2 separate lines. Now for name, you're going to just type return and then the name of the site. So this is Google, so we're just going to rename Google. Now we're done with this class. That's all we got to add. We're going to go to the project properties. It's the Google, the DLL. Down to resources and click the link that says this project does not contain a default resources file. Click here to create one. Now in the access modifier at the top here, you're going to click public and make that public. And you're going to add a resource, clicking the little down arrow, click add existing file. Now by now I would tell you to stop and make the image, but I've done it about 4 times and I got tired of it, so I'm just using the old image. Locate where you saved it. I saved it in plugin icons, and it's metroicon.gif. Now that it's in there, come over to the right side here where it says resources, and right click on metroicon.gif and click properties. change the build action to embedded resource. After that, the copy to output directory, it's up to you. I always set it to copy always. Basically, it just makes a copy of the GIF file in the build directory. Now once you're done with that, save it and build it. That was quick and painless. We don't need that anymore. We're actually done testing. So we're actually done building. Go to our projects folder. Go into Google. Now, generally speaking, there will be a release folder here for you guys. I don't know why. This is the second time I've installed Visual Studio, and it keeps going to the bug folder just to build it. You get the idea. It's pretty much the same thing anyway. Copy the google.dlo file. Now go to where you installed the Elite patch. Generally speaking, it's defaulted to your program files folder. I mean, if you're on Windows 32-bit, it's program files /elite.so /elite patcher. If it's 64-bit, it's /program files x86 /elite.so /elite patcher. Once you're in there, go to the plugins folder. As you can see, it's right here. And then just paste the new plugin. And if it'll ask you for admin, just click continue. It doesn't really matter. You see your plugin there. Open the Elite patch and press login. Once it loads up, this part takes a second. Okay, you're gonna go to the plugins file, the plugin section here, and you'll see your new plugin pop up with the icon. As you can see, I'm still working on the icons here. I've only got a few done. I'm trying to get it all done by the end of the week. Anyway, click the Google. Click the Google. It'll say successfully patched Google, and click OK. Now, if you open up, I'm going to use Notepad++. You can use whatever you want. Go to the host file. There you go. Google.com's added to the host file. We open up our here we go tab. We go Google.com, and it's going to ask me for a password because that's actually redirecting to my router. But you know, what can you do? Now, just to show you guys that I didn't have that in there before, I will actually restart Notepad++ as administrator, remove those two lines, minimize it, just to verify I did click save. There's no more option to save. Re-click Google, successfully patched, it's been modified. You want to reload it? Yep, see, added. Now if I remove them, actually I'll even check Google now. Still not loading because it's redirected. If I go in here and I remove Google from my host file, save, I can close out Notepad, I don't need it anymore. Oops. I'll go back to google.com. Give it a minute, I guess. Maybe it's because I'm streaming music, I don't know. Why are you not working? Ah, there we go. And it's fixed. Oh, I hate it when they change their logo. Anyways, so that's the basics of a plugin for the Elite patch. If it's possible to make a VB.net plugin, I'll make another video. At this point in time, I haven't tested it. I don't really plan on testing it because that's not really my language of choice. But so yeah, keep an eye out for the update. As of today, 5/8/2013 at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the update is planned for maybe 4 days from now. It'd be, what the hell is today? Today's Thursday. No, today's Wednesday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So Sunday at the latest. That's about it. Thanks for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, I'll have the link to the forums in the description. I'll also have a link to a sample or an example project. Please don't, I repeat this, please don't use this as a default project, because you know, you make one that has that example, it's going to have the same namespace as someone else who makes another one, they're going to conflict, and that just makes my job harder. Just use it as an example. Anyways, thanks for watching.